And now it is with great pride that I introduce to you John Stark's valedictorian for the class of 2013, Keith Galli.
Good morning. I want to begin by saying thanks to all the families, the teachers, the guidance department, and everyone else who has been influential in my own development and the development of my classmates. Without you, we would not be here today. This is an honor, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be standing here in front of this wonderful class. I want to first use this as a chance to say something I believe is very, very important. I want to remind everyone out there, the parents, the teachers, the aunts, the uncles, the siblings, to not forget to cheer on the Bruins tonight in the Stanley Cup Finals. We entered high school 4 years ago full of uncertainties. We didn't know that there wasn't actually a pool on the third floor. We didn't know that we'd be woken up every morning by Mr. Matsky making a Wookiee call over the announcements. And we did not know that the contents of every history textbook ever produced could be crammed inside Mr. Finn's brain. Throughout my 4 years being here, I've come to learn these things, and I've also found that John Stark has opened many doors for myself and others. Thanks to Mr. Marcus's We the People class, I've opened myself up for a future of being an informed citizen and voter. Thanks to Mr. Walton's infinite math knowledge, I've built a strong foundation in the subject and opened myself up to a head start in college. I've come to realize, however, that these doors don't always open easily. Sometimes it is 8:17 and you're just pulling into the senior parking lot in your fly white minivan. You know that you're late, but you're just praying that that side entrance is not locked. You sprint up the sidewalk and try to turn that handle, and sure enough, it will not budge. Depressed, you turn around and decide you have to walk all the way around to the main entrance. But then you realize, despite the administration's more than 100 attempts to fix that door, it is most likely still broken. So you turn back around, you grab that handle, and you rip that door open. Now with that little anecdote, I'm not encouraging anyone to go out and start breaking down doors, but that's against the rules, and breaking the rules is bad. What I am using this as is something the lovely English teachers here at John Stark have taught me to call an analogy. I have found that many of my best experiences and greatest successes here at John Stark have come from being able to go outside my comfort zone, take a risk, and try something new. You are not always going to have someone telling you what you should and shouldn't do. Sometimes you have to use your strength and open a door for yourself. For the past 2 years, I have made a fool of myself prancing around in my mom's running shorts for the Mr. John Stark pageant. No one told me I had to participate in this competition, but I thought it would be an activity I could have fun with, so I went and tried. While I do still occasionally cry from the pains of losing to Tom Zervos, I was able to make people laugh and create memories that will stick with me for years. I believe that everyone should keep an open mind and be willing to try something new. If you're interested in trying a new activity, do not hesitate because it seems too difficult or because you're nervous. Act upon your interest. Rip that door open. It may require you to sacrifice some sleep, or to sacrifice the time you can spend watching Pretty Little Liars, or any other great show on TV these days. But in the end, I believe you'll find it very rewarding. As hockey legend Wayne Gretzky stated, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. While this quote is originally about hockey, I believe it holds up to be very true when applied to each one of our lives. If we don't go out and try, we will never know the great opportunities and experiences out there. As we enter the next chapters of our life, and many of us move on to college, look for new doors to open. The successes you can achieve and the memories you can create are endless. You just have to take that first step. I also want everyone out there, as you're trying new things, to not be afraid of failure. Failure is just part of the journey. As you all likely know, Thomas Edison encountered numerous challenges in his efforts to invent the light bulb. Edison kept an optimistic outlook, however, and instead of saying he failed 10,000 times, he stated that he simply found 10,000 ways that wouldn't work. Similarly, an example you may not all be familiar with, Colonel Sanders went to over 1,000 places trying to sell his chicken recipe before he found a buyer interested in his delicious 11 herbs and spices. Without the Colonel's perseverance, we would not have Kentucky Fried Chicken. And what a shame that would be. Seriously though, if you face an obstacle, don't let it knock you down. Keep pushing and striving towards your goals no matter what happens. Get past that seemingly locked door. I leave you with two messages. The first is to take risks and try new things. Don't be afraid of failure, but instead learn from it. The second message is more of a question. Can someone please fix that side door once and for all? Thank you, and congratulations.
Mr. Tremblay, please report to the side of the building.